Welcome to Planet MicroCap. I'm your host, Robert Kraft, and joining me today is Scott MacFabe. He is the CEO of BluMetric Environmental. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is BLM on the TSX Venture, and BluMetric Environmental will be presenting at our upcoming investor conference, the Planet MicroCap Showcase Vancouver, in association with Small Cap Discoveries, happening September 25 and 26, 2024, at the Fairmont Waterfront, Vancouver. For more information to register to see Scott's presentation, please visit planetmicrocapshowcase.com. And with that, Scott, thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for having me. Really looking forward to seeing everybody in September. So
Ah,
ready to go.
absolutely. No, we're excited to have you there. And so, this is actually our first time doing an interview together. So I thought we'd start it off. Can you provide us with that quick overview and history of the company?
Absolutely. BluMetric has a history that really started as BluMetric in 2012 as a result of a reverse takeover. And the two key elements of the business really were a company called Water Science Associate, which is a technical environmental consultancy, and Tech that was traded on TSX-V. They were a technology company. And so the intent there was is to combine the companies and then roll out a new entity as BluMetric, and that's what happened. And so that did occur. It represents up to now almost 40 years worth of history. So the one thing I want to make sure everybody understands, this is not a new startup. This business in its bones has been around 40 years. I've been involved the last 6 years. I was recruited to come and be the new CEO. Prior to that, I was in Chicago for 24 years. I'm a Canadian, but I was recruited to go over there to run and grow businesses. So all that said, I spent the last 6 years de-risking, organizing the company, getting it on its feet to the point where we're in fantastic shape. Right now, we sit around between 35 million top line, excellent margins. We have no debt. The company stays in the black. We have operating capital, working capital of around $12 million right now. So a really good, healthy company. And that's where we always wanted. So the big question is, what do we do next with it? And so that's why we're excited to come in September. But a bit about the company, we are very unique in that our play here is if you combine all of the technical depth of a deep bench of technical experts, engineers, scientists, and so on, but also we have this whole fabrication facility where we design and build water treatment, water and wastewater treatment systems. We're considered to be one of the, if not the water expert for the Canadian Department of National Defense. If you're on a boat, if you're on a ship for the Royal Canadian Navy and you're drinking clean water, good chances it's through a system that we've designed and installed. You may recall when Iqaluit's water supply was knocked out because all of their electricity is diesel generated. They had diesel impacts. It shut down their water supply. Army pulled in, brought 3 of our systems in, and produced all the water for the city until they were able to bring it up. Those were all our systems. So that's just a couple of examples. So we are a Cleantech and also professional services company. And the marriage of the two businesses allows us to do everything from assess a problem, design a solution, build it, install it, execute it, maintain it. So it's a full life cycle of solving complicated environmental problems. Good, stable business in terms of the professional services side, and we've invested heavily to grow our clean tech side of the business, which is mostly military. So we're taking our military technologies, what's called mission-ready water, where we're scaling it down and making it more agile. These systems are resilient, they're easy to operate, and they produce clean water without a whole lot of consumables. So that's kind of our big kick.
Cool. All right. Well, I, thank you for that full overview, history, exactly what the company does and everything like that. So, you started to touch on my next question a little bit, but maybe we could get a holistic view, because I've done a number of interviews over the years with environmental focused solutions type companies as well as services. So what would you say makes you guys unique and different compared to some of your peers? Is it the markets you're going after? Is it your actual services and solutions themselves? Maybe a mix of both? Love to hear it.
I'd say very few, if any, in the water space do it the way we do it, relative to a balance of professional services that create a sticky relationships and recurring revenue, and that also allows us to fund into our clean tech side to grow it at the same time. Usually, there's called pure play, which means you only do consultants who sell hours. or you do technology. We like the fact that we can put them both together, even in selling solutions to our clients. We just don't go in, identify a problem, come up with a solution, and walk away for someone else to fix. We can build it, design it, execute it. It also makes for a far better product because we're working with our clients directly. So our R&D is working side by side with our clients, improving what it is in terms of the technologies we execute. So constant improvement, constantly in the field, real problems to solve, real solutions to give. So I think that's probably one of our best things. We're a very client-focused business model. We took a lot of the hobbies out of the business and we got really laser focused on a problem that needs solving, and we can solve it well.
That must have been hard to do. I can imagine that there's probably a bunch of projects that come in like, oh, this would be really fun, but this is just not economic at all.
Right.
Right. So final question for you here today, because I want to keep it short, keep it tight, get people to come to Vancouver and, get the whole bit. You mentioned that in your opening that one of your main reasons actually for even coming to the event in September was you wanted to share how you continue to scale and grow the business. I mean, from what you can tell us, or maybe it's a little, a little sprinkle of some of that, what are some of the initiatives that the company is looking to achieve in order to meet some of the growth metrics that you're hoping to also hit?
Okay. Well, it's very clear to us that the professional side of the business is steady. It's organic growth, but it's not exponential growth. You're not going to see a step change in that. It's also limited by how many hours you can sell, but it's still an excellent business. It's very profitable, and it gives us great ideas and resources to tag onto. The undergrown side of our business, we really need to elevate to see the step change that we need. It really is the Cleantech side of the business. What we have is really good tech, and it hasn't traveled far enough. It's really mostly been focused on Canada, and not gone very far from there. So, for instance, today we're in Denmark. We're presenting at a conference there for military equipment purchases. So that's the kind of investment we're really into right now this year, getting the word out and making sure that it's we're starting to get the name out into the people that really need the kind of equipment that we build, the tech that we build. And then the reality is we're looking for potential acquisitions. There's no question about it. In order to be able to do what we need to do, the first thing we had to do is get this company on its feet, solid, clean, right, de-risked. We've done that. And we're right at the point now where we're in a fine position to be able to make deals happen. But the same level of discernment that got us here is the same level of discernment that's going to get us where we need to go in terms of when we make a decision on who really is going to fit with the BluMetric philosophy of how we operate and where we're headed. These are not easy decisions to make, but we have a great management team. My partner, Dan Hilton, our CFO, Dan's been in the business 35 years. He's reported to public markets, so have I. We're not going to make rash decisions to try and fluff up the numbers and get people excited for no reason. When we make a decision, it'll be clear. There'll be an extension of our geographic reach. There'll be a immediate application of our new tech or services. And so hopefully when those kind of press releases occur, our investment community is going to look at it and say it makes imminent sense.
Very cool. All right. Well, Scott, we're there. Where can our audience go and find more information to follow the BluMetric story?
Well, we're BluMetric.ca. Absolutely. We have our own webpage. Dan and I are very responsive. Curiosities, we have an IR firm that's listed there as well. Brandon Chow, he takes care of us well and, make sure that we're responsive. So we do have help that way. But I love this part of the job. We have a great story to tell, and we've got, we're headed in all the right places. And so I try to stay involved also to the extent that I can.
Very cool. Well, Scott, thank you so much for joining me today. Really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. And I'll see you in Vancouver.
Will do. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.